Hello, this is an update on where I'm at with Toyshop. I've got some really cool things to show you in this video, including progress of where we're up to, and things like the preferences and dev tools. So I'm just going to open the preferences window here so you can take a look at what the settings for the game looks like. So we've got a bunch of options like volume here, which reflects in the game real time, which is really cool. We've got things like the stage scaling, image smoothing, we've got some language options which I'll touch on in a minute, the shop screensaver, and we've got some developer panel stuff which I'll also showcase for you. These don't appear in the finished version of the game. We've also got some subtitles as well for the first time. So for example, you can have the subtitles on if you're hard of hearing, but also if the volume is muted. So if the game volume is off, then you can choose to have the subtitles only appear at that time, which is actually really super handy if you're playing it and you don't actually want anybody to hear, or if you're in a sort of quiet environment, which is super cool. We've also got some remastered audio, which you've been hearing a lot of in videos, but there is a setting that you could basically switch off and have the original audio for the game. Or you can do the remastered audio, which is my favourite. I'm going to play the intro here, so you can see how far it's come in terms of animation, and how it sounds with the beautifully remastered audio, if I do say so myself.
Step up this way for the opening day. We'll all have great fun and much mirth. Forget all the rest, these toys are the best in the greatest toy shop on earth. You could visit a zoo and a green jungle tour, a farm full of cattle and hens. You could draw what you like, a ship or a bike, or a portrait of one of your friends. Tisn't a trick, just pick up my stick, I'll leave it right here where I've been. Then give it a click on the wall that you pick and the toys will appear on the screen. The things you see are all working and free, the best since anyone's birth. You could stay here all day cause it's fun when you play in the greatest toy shop on earth.
It sounds so good, genuinely. The quality is just amazing.
Have a bundle of fun and welcome to the greatest toy shop on earth!
You may notice as well some of the vocal lines are now really crisp and clear. I'm going to go into how that was achieved in the next few minutes. But also all of the animations are now working, which is great in the shop. You can obviously navigate. You notice that the custom cursors as well from the game, they're also been brought over. They all work just fine. Again, the other side of the shop there. This is the dev tools for the game, by the way. So in order to build the game out, I built a bunch of developer tools. This is the in-game dev tool, so this is to help me build the game and make sure it works. You can see while the dev tools are open, there is a bunch of boxes over the screen. This will become apparent in the next few seconds with this scene, where you can see all of the targets. So any blue box is an interactable object in the game.
Light switch.
You can see on the dev tools as well, the sound
going.
playing as well with the green bar at the bottom.
Look at all those electrical items.
But yeah, you can see all the list of the sprites here, and as I click through them here, you can see that they highlight in game. Like so, for example, the rocket on the rocket launcher, where it's all been positioned there, which is really cool. You've also got all the casts as well, which are also the labels of all of the different sprites here. So you can see parts of the explosions and all sorts when you interact. We've got scripts here, we've got lingo, which is the internal state of the game from the lingo scripts. We've also got the sound as well, so obviously as I click some of these items here, you can see that we've got 8 channels there, and the
Let's go back to the shop.
the channels just choose to play based on what's free. Very similar to how Macarena Director works. We've also got this big scene list as well, so this is really handy for quickly being able to load up an individual scene. We've got all of these different scenes, and as the game was made, they were given sort of codes. So, for example, I think A2 was dress up, A4 was animals, and here is the new Parrots song. It's just brilliant. You can see the lingo script here. So this is the logs of the game execution, which is again really handy to see. You can paste that or copy it and pause it into different environments. Notice if I turn dev tools off as well while running the game in dev mode on my terminal here, my command line is also spitting out the same information, just like so. This was my favourite song, by the way, in playing this game as a kid.
Three times round his beak and tucked the end right in. Now she's
I'm just a big fan of that orchestral warm feeling from these new tracks as well. You can see in the logs as well, we can actually change the scope from debug to inflow to warning to straight up errors, which again is handy for filtering bits and pieces out. We've got an MCP server in the game as well, so if you've used AI, you might know about MCP servers. This allows the game to be able to talk basically back and forth with AI development tools, thus speeding up bug fixes, because obviously it's just me working on this, so having the game be able to talk to itself, amazing. So, languages. I am pleased to announce here and now, we've got Norwegian support. This is super early, and some of the graphics don't work, and they don't look quite right, but there's also no audio remastering in this version.
Det kjempegøy, og velkommen til verdens beste lekebutikk.
But, as you can see, we've got an early version of Norwegian running in the game. Amazing. Just so cool.
Velkommen inn I butikken min.
And again, the audio needs work and everything, that's totally fine. Again, this is as new as the day that I'm uploading this video to YouTube, having this this multilingual support. So I've had to change a lot of the pipeline in order to support this. But yeah, there is no audio remastering available in this or subtitles because again, this has just come in. So subtitles and audio remastering are coming next for this language. And I also want to find as many other versions as I can.
Det kjempegøy, og velkommen til verdens beste lekebutikk.
So as you can hear, even though we've got audio remastering on, it's still using the default music. But this again will change and I'll be bringing in my suite as well as an option. So as you can see with the switch there, not quite right, again with the graphics, again there's a couple of graphical glitches as well bringing this in, because there was some slight changes between versions, but that's fine, that's relatively easy to fix.
Finn de elektriske apparatene.
And again, the game works just how you'd expect it. Really nice, really easy. Just like so.
Finn alle elektriske apparater. Klikk på dem, så får du se en rød trekant. Det apparater I begge etasjer.
And when the game starts up, obviously there will be an option to pick the language. So I'm going to show you some of the internal tools. So these are tools that are basically used to help build the game out, and these run separately from the game. So the first one is Subtitle Neatener. So I did a pass using OpenAI's Whisper, which basically takes spoken words to text.
Crude oil is passed from the tank
and then
to the oil.
This tool allows me to neaten up the timings.
It is here that
and
the oil
what
is
got
treated
transcribed.
so that it can be used.
So you can see as each line lights up here.
To do this, the crude oil is heated so hot that it turns into a vapour. This then passes to a refining tower where it separates into many different types of oil.
So again, really cool because again, it allows me to neaten up any mistranslations and also set the timings right. The other tool I'm going to show you is something called Audio Remasterer. And this is a really cool one. So this basically shows all of the lines and sound effects from the game, and it offers a way of remastering them.
When a vehicle fills up with gas, it's taken from underground tanks.
So you heard obviously the compression in that line there, which for the compression for the audio. I'm going to hit that 11 labs button and now take a listen.
When a vehicle fills up with gas, it's taken from underground tanks.
So much clearer.
When a vehicle fills up with gas,
it's just infinitely clearer. It sounds almost studio quality, which is just so cool. I'm going to do it on another line here.
Ladybug, ladybug.
Again, you can hear that compression there, but obviously compressed with the old CD-ROM.
Ladybug, ladybug.
And this just gives it a bit of a
fly
wow.
away home.
Keeping the original voice, but just giving it that wow. If I set the scope here, you can see all of the lines that I've done so far, but there are so many more to go. It's a long process.
I thought that you'd like to know.
Again, going back to do there, you can see how many lines that are left to do. So it's a big old checklist of things to do, even more so with the different languages.
When you're out at summer camp, it's good to have a battery lamp. Torches, buzzers, tapes and bells,
again,
alarms
that
that
refresh
find
button there.
all smoky smells.
With 11 labs
Even the phone
will allow us
you
to
use
remaster
call.
it.
A simple circle. When you're
Like so.
out at summer camp, it's good to have a battery lamp.
And there are
Torches,
options as
buzzers,
well
tapes.
if 11 Labs isn't the way to go using local methods. So that is where I'm up to with the game. Now I've got some updates about some crazy things that have been happening. So obviously, as you can see, I'm so pleased with how far this project has come. But I have some exciting news. Today, I can announce that I've entered a partnership with Martin Karonka. For those of you who don't know, Martin Karonka is the original director from the 90s game. So we have met, we've been speaking via email, and we've actually met in real life. He bought these amazing copies of foreign versions of the game, still sealed, that he had kept at home, which was just amazing. And I'm pleased to let you know that version 1.0.0 is due September 2026 and will be released on Windows, macOS, and Linux. I'm so proud of the work I've been putting into this, and I'm so pleased that this game that meant so much to me growing up is getting a breath of fresh air and is getting modernized. I've got so much more to share in the future. For now, thank you for watching. Take care, and bye-bye.